Let's go for a second picture because this camera's like for the future.
Say
I'm like, he's white. He's saying the N-word. Like that's not okay. Like, I continue to watch and like I guess he is like funny, but like I can't accredit him that when he's sitting there being like blatantly racist. Like that's just like not my thing, you know. And I'm not like some fucking crazy human rights activist, and I don't want people to think I'm like psycho like that, you know what I mean? But it's crazy to me that like this white guy has 5 million and his 5 million subscribers are all just fine with him saying the N-word. Like I was very, very flabbergasted, unsettled, shocked. I don't know. I tweeted him, and I don't remember exactly what I said. I'm sure you can find it, but it was like, you have 5 million subscribers, you say the N-word in your video. Like, that's not cool. Kill yourself. And after saying, and I didn't delete it because that wasn't my feelings, you know, like, I don't with him. I can't believe he has 5 million subscribers. I do think that's racist. I know some people may disagree. I deleted it because I don't like saying kill yourself. The tweet was very like spur of the moment, so I just deleted it. I was like, I don't want to deal with like Twitter drama right now. I don't want to tell anybody to kill themselves. That's not right. I don't want to say kill yourself anymore. Like, so I deleted it, and I guess he never responded. I never saw a response. I never thought anything of it again. Like, I don't know. It was just a one-time thing. I didn't with him. I didn't with his videos. So now fast forward to the future. I guess the guy that came to my show trying to get me to say the N-word in my video that I'm crying over, that I was terrified over, that I literally contemplated like canceling my tour. Now I have to like get all these metal detectors, all these security because I'm terrified. This guy that legitimately terrified me was iDubbbz.
You know you was stupid, right?
Impression of a black girl on joining Chocolate Bunny.
Chocolate Bunny! Girl, please!
Growing up in Vegas, everybody said those words, and I didn't even know that they were considered racist at all. They were in rap songs, and I totally thought it just meant like homie or like friend.
Okay, but when you're reading it, even if you're just saying it, even if you're reading something that somebody else says, you're saying, I'm a white person and I think it's okay to say that word. It doesn't matter the context that you say it in, it's still racist.
it doesn't matter the context you say it in, it's still racist. Listen up, teachers of America. If you've ever read aloud Huckleberry Finn to your students, you've engaged in an act of racism.
The supporters call themselves N-word so they call each other.
Whoa, Tana, you're gonna drop the F-bomb like that? Listen, Tana, it doesn't matter the context you use it in. It's still homophobic. Obviously, that's just a bit of hyperbole on my part, but I think it illustrates the point quite well that we are very stupid to hold the word at this colossally high standard, whereas every other slur, that can be used in a comedic sense or an editorial sense, but not this one, because that one has history. Well, guess what, retards? All the other ones have history too. Zipperhead? Yeah. Asian people didn't get their heads ran over in World War II. They weren't thrown into internment camps. But you can't say that one because it's got sort of it's guttural. Either all of them are okay or none of them are okay. But if you try to come online and tell me that I can't say a particular word, but you say words that are just as offensive, in the famous words of Tana Mojo,
kill yourself.
It's literally like the definition of desensitizing society to the N-word and taking us a million steps back.
Tana, you are dumb. It is the exact opposite.
I got an email to my business email the other day. Jason Voorhees. Do you know what that's from? That's the name of the center. It was like Jason Voorhees with a bunch of numbers at like gmail.com. And the profile picture is like a dead clown, and it's really scary. I don't want to show the email because I don't want people to like go message them. The email is like up like dismembered clown is like the picture, and like just that right away scared me. And so the caption of this was a fun scary story for you to enjoy. And at the top, it says sick. I can show you this because it doesn't say it. My focus really sucks, but as you can tell right there, it says sick. And so I'm just gonna read it to you. I read it a million times, so if I seem a little bit desensitized from it, it's because I've read this to the police, I read this to my lawyer, I've read this to Bella, I've read this to my parents, I've read this to Summer, I've read it to everyone. After I got this, I was on the plane home from Chicago, and I spent the entire like 4-hour plane ride searching every plagiarism website, hoping and praying that this story was like plagiarized from somewhere. Someone saw it, like thought that it would freak me out and send it to me. And I spent like $100 signing up for all these memberships, like $4.99, like $5.99, like all these websites, because they make you pay for the membership before they can really like check to see if it's plagiarized. And literally like 50 plus websites were like no traces of plagiarism. It's written by the writer. The sockets deep set but level to give them a penetrating gaze. Behind the shut lids were the brightest blue-green eyes he'd ever seen. Baby blue, he called them. Blue-green eyes he'd ever seen. Blue-green eyes, blue-green eyes. Really Lover's nose was a man-made marble sculpture, which is like, hey, you got nose surgery. I don't know.
Okay, you guys, let me fill you in on what is going on right now. It is approximately 12:41 a.m. and I love Tana to death, but Tana and I were supposed to meet at 10 a.m. And then she's like, around like 10 a.m., she's like, hey, do you want to like push it back to like around 5 or 6? And I'm like, yeah, sure, no problem. Like, I don't mind. I came out here to collab with her, so I'm like, you know, no problem. So then she's like, oh, we should do lunch. And I'm like, okay, cool. Like, let's go do like a vegan lunch thing. So, you know, lunchtime rolls around and I'm like, where do you want to meet? And I don't hear back from her. So I'm like, you know what? She probably just got busy. Like, not going to worry about it. I'll see her around 5 or 6 and we'll collab then. Well, 5 rolls around and I don't hear from Tana. And then 6 rolls around, I'm like, hey dude, are you still like coming? Like, what's going on? Am I like, she totally like standing me up. I feel like it's like a date and like my date has stood me up. So she's like, yeah, I'm just really busy. I have a lot of like things I need to do because she's leaving for a beauty con. So she's like trying to pack and get spray tans and all this stuff. And so I'm just like, dude, I think she's flaking. Like, that's just like kind of what I thought. And I was like kind of bummed out, like, but you know, whatever, like, what are you gonna do? So so then like it's like she's like, so I'm like, okay, I'm gonna take my makeup off, like I don't think she's coming. And this is like what, around like 9 or 10? Yeah, I think around like 9 or 10. I'm like, I'm just gonna take my makeup off, like I'll just chill, like whatever. And so I take my makeup off. I lie down for like 20 minutes. I get a text from Tana and she's like, I'll be there soon. She's like, what video are we gonna film? And I'm like, oh my god, damn it, kill you, Tana. So I'm like, I'm gonna be here soon. I gotta hurry up, put my makeup back on. So I like, as quickly as I can, put my makeup back on. And she's like, okay, what video are we gonna film? And I'm like, Tana, like, we'll figure it out when you get here. And I had already sent her like a ton of video ideas, right? But she's like, I think she just like wanted to know so she could like be prepared in her mind, which I get. Like I'm kind of like that too. And so like time goes by, haven't heard from her. She's still not here. I'm like, dude, what the fuck? I hope I didn't just do my makeup all over again for her to like not come. And make a long story short, you guys, it's like really late now, and I just like I finally like just wrote her back and said like, hey dude, like I'm just assuming that you're canceling, because I wanted to like, you know, it was late, I didn't know if she was gonna show up or not, so I was like, I'm gonna take my makeup off and go to sleep, because like I'm old, I'm, you know, like I go to bed at midnight, that's like my bedtime. I'm so old. Finally she's like, can you just call me? So I call her, I'm like, Tana, what's going on? And she's like, I'm so sorry, it's just been like crazy, there's like so much going on. And like I felt bad for her. I'm like, dude, I get it, like it's fine, like maybe this just wasn't a good time for me to like come out and collab, like, you know, whatever, like it's not a big deal. Like, and she's like, no, I feel so bad, she's like, I know that you flew out here to collab with me. And I'm like, Tana, it's not a big deal, like I don't want you to be all stressed out, like she has a flight, she still has to pack, like she still needed to pack and stuff and like get ready. So I'm like, just don't worry about it. And she's like, but no, I love you, like I really want to collab with you. She's like, I've been looking forward to this. She's like, I just had so much stuff going on. And I'm like, okay, well, it's not a big deal. So she's like, okay, can we do it at like 2? She's like, can we collab at 2 in the morning? Only Tana Mojo is gonna be like, can we collab at 2 in the morning? Like, I don't mind collabing at 2 in the morning, but like, don't tell me 10 o'clock morning and then 2 in the morning. So anyways, that's what's like my day has been, kind of just like waiting around for Tana. And yeah, so I feel bad, but at the same time, like I told her, I'm like, Tana, if you don't come, I'm like, just tell me now if you're not gonna come, because I don't want to wait up till like 2 a.m. I'm gonna be more mad if you make me wait up 2 more hours and then you don't show up, you know? She's like, no, I promise. So I'm like, okay. And I'm like, Tana, if you don't come, I'm gonna make your fly to Folsom to come hang out with me. She's like, I would come hang out with you anyways, Shannon. I'm like, you're making me crazy. So you can see like how red my eyes are from having like these stupid eyelashes on all day. My eyes get so irritated from them. I look like I'm like stoned or some shit. But I assure you, I am not stoned. I don't smoke weed.
I grew up so goddamn poor, and now I'm fortunate enough to work my ass off and make a really good living, and I'm so grateful for that. And I'm also very grateful that I did grow up poor, because I think that it makes me not entitled and not spoiled and not a brat and stuff like that. And I really know the value of a dollar, and I really am so empathetic for people that work like 9 to 5s every day and work for minimum wage, because I did it and I struggled so fucking hard, and like my family struggled. I just don't ever want to come off as anything that isn't humble, because I hate people like that. I hate YouTubers like that.